I am Dr. Paneer Selvam.
My dear friends, this video focuses the secrets of scoring a highest rating, especially in NBFC and more particularly NBFC MFI. The rating is vital. So, how to score higher rating? Number one, your ALM, asset liability management. So, your asset should always exceed your liability. Number two, your operational cost should be bare minimum. Bare minimum in the sense that the third point would be your operational profit should be more than 50% of your total income. That is, if you are charging about 26% of interest, your residual income or net income should be more than 15%. So then the final thing would be to mitigate the risk, to forecast all your uncertainties. Your program should have the very sound IT software. The IT software will have to catch up all your day-to-day transactions and day-to-day monitoring and day-to-day the level of performance is shown in the field. So இந்த மூணுமே வைத்திருந்தால் டெஃபினட்டாக your success will be very bright. But what are the factors responsible for the organization to score better rating from the rater? They look from different angles. Number one, regarding the governance. How the board has been constituted. If it is a women-centric program, what is the role played by the dominance of women members? And the contributors, especially to strengthen this organization, who are the people contributing, making use of their knowledge, how the organization has been built upon. Then the next one would be, if organization is functioning very well and profitability is also restored, and how the finance has been revolved. In the norms wise, what is seen is, unless the fund is revolved by 1.7 times, it don't be called as a very effective. Then finally, what are the system and procedures to address all sort of risks and uncertainties? So that factor will tell you that is how your program is more sustainable in terms of taking care of all these uncertainties and again unpredictions. So your predicting factor, your predicting technology would be IT that would safeguard everything. Okay, now when you invite a rater, the rater would also go for either social rating or economic rating. Whether it is a social rating, you will have more opportunities to invite venture capitalists or more foreign contributions. If it is economic rating, it could be CRISIL like others. They could do it maybe like a M and A and double A and triple A plus. So when you score a better rating, what does it mean? That is, the exposure is really good and risk is also very less, and you are operating the program very efficiently. So the funder or institutional lender will be more interested to support your program by lending more money. When your social rating is also good, definitely I think the CSR program people or the people who want to create an impact, those people will always come forward to work for this organization to serve for the community. So coming back to our technology, the technology will have to be indoor development, taking care of all the futures. And whether it is a risk factor or beyond the risk, this will have to be shown in your system so that everything would be taken care of. For example, as a day-to-day monitoring, this program will have to tell you that how much has been the waiting borrower, how much has been bluffed, and what is a due recovery, whether on the day the recovery has been collected, and how much you spend for money, and whether money is going to be spent for the program or the HR or maybe like other allied factors. So to cut after another, the program should never get diminished or the program get damaged. The program should go well along with the cost that is necessary to put in. So as far as HR, we'll have to more effectively say that whether it is a labor intensive or IT intensive. When it is a IT intensive, all your money transfer will be digitalized. And whenever you find out there is a delinquency, that will also be immediately attended. And moreover, that is a high risk in terms of their family, or the higher loans, or the mitigation of their issues and problems. All those things will be shown in your system so that it could be easily taken care. Moreover, it could also be helping the operators or a CEO to go for the final decisions, because there are areas where I think certain areas to be prioritized. There are industries to be, I think, prioritized. There are areas where I think agriculture is very plenty. There are areas where animal husbandry is plenty. So the regional wise and the regional geographical wise, a decision could be made at a higher level. And the quantum of loan could also be decided at a higher level. And when you apply all those kind of input very properly, and revolving your capital very effectively by achieving, say, about 1 to 1.7 times, definitely your program will be the limestone. Then your performance not only satisfying your organization but also satisfying the borrowers. So when you are achieving more and more profit, and again making use of the skill and efficiency of the community, one day I think like Bangladesh and other countries, you could also access the people to supply the product through you to market their product globally. So one after another, when organization gets more profit through other kind of activities, that will also give a very good rating for the organization. So now countries like Indonesia, they have really found the way how you get your returns and get the program operated very efficiently. And ASHA is one of the organization in Bangladesh that is very, very highly cost-effective program. But it doesn't mean that they are exploiting the labor. It doesn't mean that they are charging higher rate of interest to the borrowers. But there are techniques followed within the framework to cut down all the most of the cost to make the program cost-effective. Finally, the conclusion is, unless you score a higher rating from the raters, your opportunity growth will be highly limited. To explore more and more growth, along with more exposures, unless your operational cost is the minimum and profitability is a little better than the relative income, and your technology capturing all the necessary informations that will make the CEO or other top level officials to operate very effectively, the program will not be success. The program sustainability will be based on the performance not only show in terms of your portfolio or delinquency or revolving speed, but also the level where your cost of fund is going down. And simultaneously, the people who are borrowing the money will have to get financial assistance from this organization at an affordable and very accessible and comfortable rate of interest. That is a day. I think it is a mutual benefit, not only in terms of money, but also in social. There is a need for socio-economic changes, and not only for economic changes. Economic would be inclusive, but social is very exclusive. So the social impact is the first milestone, followed by the economic milestone. So this is how I think the parameters will have to be borne in mind for the organization, for the program to be achieving the grand success. Thanks to the audience for listening. Thank you very much.